Hi there. This is a set of videos that I put together just for you. I look forward to reading your comments and receiving your suggestions on how to make these videos more enjoyable or ideas for specific content that you might have. Thanks for watching. On Bring a Trailer, a linen gray 1989 Porsche 911 coupe with 95,000 miles presented by a great seller sold for $155,000. A beautiful car from all angles and in every way, this was a top-of-market sale price. I love it, and it's outfitted the way I prefer my 3.2 cars, whale tail in place and third brake light inside the car. A couple of auction comments suggested that the whale tail needed to go. They're crazy, of course, but really, that's just my preference. I do only like some ducktails and whale tails, none of this T-tray stuff. The T-tray is the primary reason I don't like 78 and later 930s and the 964 turbos. 3.2 coupes are a lot of fun, and in the $50,000 to $75,000 range, they're a good purchase. Like this marine blue car that sold last year for $75,000. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On Bring a Trailer today, January 13th, a Rosso Scuderia 2008 430 Scuderia 6-speed conversion with 19,000 miles sold for $270,000. Perhaps a little light in the final sale price, I'll consider this to be a fair sale, and I like it. The Scuderia was not offered with a manual transmission, and this is one of the very first conversions. Conversion kit was provided by the leader in that industry, EAG. Assuming that the installation was well executed, this should be a solid performer. The Scud engine boasts 503 horsepower and 347 pounds-feet of torque, and it pushes slightly forward the performance of the standard 430. And that, my friends, is a good thing. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. Today, a couple of Cayman and a turbo chassis. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a Meteor Gray 37,000-mile 2007 Cayman S sold for $32,500. A clean car, this was a fair sale. Another Cayman S, this an Atlas Gray 8,000-mile 2006 sold for $46,000. Yellow. Sand beige. This is a fat sale price. Well sold. A repainted silver modified 1986 911 turbo chassis located in Canada sold for $51,000. A massive sale price for a chassis. This car was originally delivered to the U.S. in Prussian blue with cobalt cloth interior. Wild. Still, very well sold. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. On Bring a Trailer today, a silver 1968 Ferrari 365 GT sold for $156,365. The 33rd of 801 produced from 68 to 71, this is the largest Ferrari produced, and this V12 2+2 was well purchased. Nicknamed the Queen Mother because of its size, 195 inches in length and 4,000 pounds, reported weights are often hundreds less. The point is now moot as the more recent FF tops its weight by 100 pounds, 4,100 pounds. Older V12 owners, or rather owners of older V12s, are haunted by stories pushed around the internet of the catastrophic $100,000 Colombo V12 engine rebuild. While that may be mostly a foreboding fable, $50,000 isn't a dream for anyone either, and that's not a myth. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On Bring a Trailer today, a Speed Yellow 1993 Porsche 968 Club Sport with 68,000 kilometers was sold for $57,000. These are fun cars, and this one brought a lot of money, especially for one not having the original magnesium wheels. Color-matched rear spoiler, Club Sport decals, color-matched 17-inch wheels, manual exterior mirrors, no rear wiper, smaller 360mm steering wheel with no airbag, lightweight Recaro seats, manual windows and manual heating, no rear seats in the 93s, some in 94s and 95s. Weight was reduced more than 100 pounds, so 60 came up a bit more quickly and top speed bumped up a few miles per hour. 100 pounds isn't nothing, but I'd buy a 968 for less than a third of this price and enjoy it, even a cab. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On Bring a Trailer today, a Guards Red over Cashmere Beige 35,000 mile 1997 911 Cabriolet sold for $65,000. A good Guards Red, even with the partial yellow interior, this was a bargain price on a 993. Very well purchased. 993 cabs are not particularly uncommon. About 10,000 came to the U.S. Low mileage cars like this example are scarce. When new, rear-wheel drive cabs had a base price around $70,000, coupes around $60,000. The pricing has changed. Cabs almost always fall short of coupes, most by $10,000 or $20,000. Big swings. That makes cabs financially more attractive for most, even if coupes are easier on the eyes. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On PCarMarket, a speed yellow 1,000-mile 2004 Porsche 911 GT3 sold for $190,722. The sticker on this 996 was $103,000. The sale price today is high, but likely fair. A contraindication of that statement was in the reserve price, which was lifted, actual reserve or otherwise, when the bidding surpassed $145,000. Regardless, how many 1,000-mile, 20-year-old GT3s are there? And how many are in speed yellow? As you might imagine, the car is in like-new condition, flawless. I'm unsure, though, why the seatbelts were ordered in red. Otherwise, this is a spectacular car, and sadly, it will probably become a museum piece. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. Today on PCarMarket, a maritime blue 59,000-kilometer 1992 911 Carrera RS located in France sold for $235,000. This seems to have been a fair sale price on a beautiful 964. Recall a couple days ago on Bring a Trailer we had this car, a Ruby Stone RS Club Sport, that brought $401,000. That car is one of 290 produced. Today's car is one of 1,900. To me, the blue makes this special car even more so. I like it much more than the Ruby Stone car, and that car sold for 70% more. The seats, wow. A very simple, colored insert makes a real impression, as does the ever-present blue roll cage. The Carrera script on the sides should go. It probably cost the seller a few $1,000s. In my book, this is a blue ribbon car. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On Bring a Trailer, a racing yellow 2020 Cayman GT4 with 3,000 miles sold for $125,718. Perhaps just a tad on the rich side, this is an attractive car that has had the suspension lowered and tweaked with new control arms and toe links. From the factory, the 4-liter 6 produces 414 horsepower. 60 comes up in the low 4-second range, but the straight line speed isn't the most impressive aspect of this car. That would be the speed at which this jewel competently enters and exits corners. I love 911s, but 981 and 718 Cayman GT cars and Boxster Spyders achieve nearly as much as a 911, and don't be fooled into thinking that a GT4 is a bargain 911. They can easily outprice a 911 if one is not judicious regarding option selection. GT4s are superb. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. On Bring a Trailer today, a GT Silver 2022 911 GT3 Touring with 5,900 miles sold for $223,000. Sticker on this 992 was $168,000, so perhaps a nice profit was made after actually putting miles on a car. Who'd have thunk it? This was a well-sold market sale. With 502 horsepower from its 4-liter 6, mid-3s to 60, 9,000 RPM redline, and 199 mile/hour top speed, no obvious rear wing like other GT3s, it just moves. Top Gear called it a 10 out of 10 car. It does take a particular customer to be satisfied with this GT3, one that can handle dropping $250,000 on a car and has the confidence to drive it without attracting every eyeball, just another 911. That's just fine with me. That's all for today. See you tomorrow.